On behalf of Mendier GK and parent company PrepQ, I welcome you to this session on current affairs. In these sessions on current affairs, we discuss exam-oriented questions. Such questions as can appear in some of the government exams or some of the MBA entrance exams. So if you are preparing for current affairs, stay tuned to us and you will be adequately geared up for current affairs by spending just 10 to 15 minutes with us every day. The date today is 27th May 2019 and we shall discuss questions which relate to this date. Here is the first question for the day. United Nations predicts India's economy is projected to grow at what percent in fiscal year 2020? The correct answer is 7.1. This is actually a downward adjustment to the growth rate projected. Initially, the growth rate projected was somewhere around 7.6%, and which was later downgraded to 7.4 in January 2019. And the recently published report again downgraded the growth rate further to 7.1%. Still, India is the largest growing economy in the world. Now, one should understand the difference between GDP and GDP growth rate here. So when we use the word GDP, it means gross domestic product, and the value of gross domestic product for all those people who are not aware is in rupees. So it will be in monetary units, and it refers to broadly the money value of all goods and services that are sold in the economy. This broadly is the GDP. So it tells you how many goods and services, or what is the value of goods and services bought in an economy in a particular year. And GDP growth rate refers to the rate at which the GDP has grown or the GDP has decreased in a particular year. So in this case, when you say GDP growth rate is 7.1%, that means the expected GDP this year must be around 7.1% more than the GDP last year. So the GDP is expected to grow at this rate based on a strong domestic consumption and investment growth. As I said, India is the fastest growing economy despite all of this. And we have already discussed the difference between GDP and GDP growth. Next question. By what percent the usage of debit card swipes on point of sales terminals rise in March 2019 as per the Reserve Bank of India data? The usage of debit card swipes increased by 27%. It's a very healthy growth rate, and it tells that definitely we are on way to become a digital economy. The number of digital transactions have increased. Now, what is the meaning of point of sales terminals? Point of sales terminals is shops, basically where you buy goods and services. So that is a point of sale. So if you are paying through credit cards or debit cards on point of sales, it means you are digitally buying things even while shopping. You're not paying in cash. And remember, debit card transactions in the same period between 2016 to 19 have increased by 250%. This was the rise over last year. But if you compare with 2016, the rise has been 250%, which is actually a very amazing rise. Digital transactions can be in several ways. We have the RTGS and NEFT, that is also a digital transaction. You can make e-wallet payments, that is another example of digital transaction, or maybe by UPI payments are also examples of digital payments. Next question. Jagan Mohan Reddy was sworn in as the Chief Minister of which Indian state? The correct answer is Andhra Pradesh. So Jagan Mohan Reddy recently won a majority in the assembly elections, and because of which now he, being the leader of YSR Congress, which was the dominant party in this election in Andhra Pradesh, he will be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. So as I said, he is chief of YSR Congress, and he will replace Chandrababu Naidu as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. YSR or YS Reddy was a very popular leader from Andhra Pradesh who had formed the YSR Congress. He was the ex-CM of Andhra and he died in an unfortunate air accident in 2009. Next question. Who has been elected as the new president of South Africa? The correct answer is Cyril Ramaphosa. So, South Africa elections. Cyril Ramaphosa is one of the leaders of African National Congress, which won 230 of the 400 seats in the lower assembly, lower house, and the party as a whole won 57.5% vote. In 1994, right to vote was for all eligible South Africans was applicable, and there are two main parties right now, African National Congress and Democratic Alliance, which is the main opposition. Cyril Ramaphosa actually succeeded Jacob Zuma in 2014. About South Africa, has three distinct capital cities. Pretoria is the executive capital, Bloemfontein is the judiciary capital, and Cape Town is the legislative capital of South Africa. South Africa is a city on the southernmost tip of the African continent. The currency in use in South Africa is South African Rand. I think one South African Rand is close to 4.8 or 4.81 rupee. Roughly 5 rupees for one South African Rand. Which of the following international organizations has decided to provide $750 million loan to India for railway track electrification project? So, since it's a development project, the most likely answer and the correct answer is ADB, which means the Asian Development Bank. So, it allows railways to move and modernize and electrify their ADB, Asian Development Bank, the headquarter is in Manila, Philippines. The motto of ADB, I have already told you before, fighting poverty in Asia and the Pacific. The president is Takehiko Nakao of Japan. Next question. Who will be conferred with the Japan's Order of Rising Sun Award for strengthening the strategic ties and enhancing mutual understanding between India and Japan? The correct answer is Sham Sharan. So, Order of Rising Sun is a prestigious award from Japan. Sharan is the foreign secretary right now, and he is conferred on this award. He has been given this award for strengthening Indo-Japanese ties. Order of Rising Sun Award was instituted by Emperor Meiji in 1875. Japan is known by the epithet Land of Rising Sun. The capital of Japan is Tokyo. Japan has a significant impact in management, and two terms which have been very popularly used even in Indian management, even in Indian companies, Kaizen and 5S. Kaizen stands for continuous improvement. You can have that as a question. And 5S, these are 5S principles which apply to good housekeeping principle to avoid waste. Japan is an archipelago, and archipelago, you already know, is a group of islands, and there are around 7,000 islands in Japanese archipelago. The Parliament of Japan is known as the National Diet, which comprises two houses, the upper house or House of Councillors, and lower house, the House of Representatives. Next question. How many teams will participate in 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar? The correct answer is 32. FIFA stands for Federation Internationale de Football Association, and you should remember that the president currently is Gianni Infantino. Next question. Which city hosts the World Championships in Athletics? Again, the correct answer is Doha, and IAAF World Championships are commonly referred to as the World Championships in athletics. Next question. Who has become the first Indian to be awarded Miro Prize? The correct answer is Nalini Malini. So it's a contemporary art award and one of the most prestigious art award based on Joan Miro, who was a very popular Spanish painter and sculptor. What is the name of Moon Mission 2024 which was unveiled by NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration? The correct answer is Artemis. The first moon missions were known as Apollo, and now these moon missions are known by the name of Apollo's sister, that is Artemis. There will be around 8 scheduled launches for this mission, and expects man to be on moon by 2024. That brings us to the question for the day. The first question is, what is the name of the first moon mission? Second, what is the name of the Parliament of Japan? If you know the answers to these questions, please write your answers in the comment section given below. If you're a CAT aspirant, you can log on to myprepq.com for 3 fantastic courses on CAT Comprehensive, CAT Prep QA Comprehensive, and Prep DILR Comprehensive. If you're looking for some free resources, Mend Your Maths, Mend Your Reasoning, and Mend Your GK could be your free resources. And for career guidance, please contact me on this number on WhatsApp. That is all for today. Thank you very much.